really seen them do it at the beginning of the tournament, and even in scrims, a lot of people say, hey, they're not really running it that much, they're playing a lot of weird, different compositions. They're now towards the later end. Maybe we can see them pull this out. Maybe it's a little bit better than people expect.
China will set up on the point early. They will dare South Korea to challenge. The point's just unlocked, so this is where the fight's really going to begin. And straight away, Sky gets flattened by Fury. He charges in. Can't beat a flashbang to get the DC on late gun to all but secure this fight for South Korea. Oh, Matt, they were chomping at the bit to get started. And as soon as the bell rings, it's a knockout.
Yeah, you know, Gushue has been so good being aggressive for China, and you see how South Korea attacks them. Just in that first fight, they take the aggression to China, forcing China to peel back, try and help keep these supports alive. If they do that, that keeps JJoNak free. JJoNak already almost at a transcendence after our first fight. You can see the amount of damage he can put down, and that's how South Korea can win this match, running away with it.
Sky falling early in the prior fight, definitely. Oh, Carpe blasting Pearl's head off with one fell swoop. That's another very quick fight, ladies and gentlemen. Carpe waiting in the wings of McCree. His accuracy, definitely not something that we will ever underestimate, but that was filthy.
And you can stop Carpe for only a limited amount of time. He's a player that during the rank...
Both of them in their own rights, superstars. Carpe been playing it safe so far in this fight, just hoping to sort of book it for the backline, and he found Sky already. He just snuck in there, Matt. Kidnapping. We've got video evidence, Matt, but no one's going to catch this man.
I mean, look, McCree can put down... Look, the McCree versus Soldier debate, right? Soldier, a little bit more mobility, a little bit more constant damage. McCree can burst these players down, especially, a hero like Zenyatta. When Sky's playing, it goes right by. Carpe, all he has to do, just hit 2 quick headshots, headshot and a body shot, and there goes the Zen.
South Korea, it appears they've identified a potential weak point on China, because Sky has been the first to die in almost every fight thus far. This time they've sort of weeded out Carpe. They realized he was waiting in the wings, but it's a simple reposition for the McCree player, and then back to his backline. Overhead goes Gushue, and he definitely wants to get rid of the gunslinger. The flashbang's going to stop him in his tracks, and Gushue's out. As quickly as he came in, he didn't want to deal with that at all. He was down to about 10 HP and had to jump out of the fight. He finds Carpe in the end, though. Sound barrier now being brought to bear for the Chinese squad. They've got that extra durability, and it goes a heck of a long way. Fury went over the edge. Leonard does fight Shy in the Brigitte battle, but it's going to be tough going here for JJoNak and Co on the point. Gushue just pulls off for the time being, but Rally was used in the fight, finally giving the extra health and armor, and he gets himself another 2 kills. 3 kills for Fletcher in that fight on the Brigitte. He'll have to see it.
Your main DPS player in that composition, really the only one playing a DPS player, Carpe, who dies during that on McCree. In a lot of teams where they would have just died and reset, what did South Korea do? They double down, they rally, and guess who's still there? JJoNak. JJoNak leaked.
JJoNak was a player on the New York Excelsior that was heavily invested in by his team. They played around him. In this South Korean roster, that seems to be less of the case, and yet JJoNak is able to do just as much with arguably less investment. He's a low economy player in this particular lineup, and he's still getting it done.
When during the regular season, NYXL, it's like, okay, we pressure JJoNak, we feel pretty good that we can deal with the rest of the team. With this lineup, with Carpe and Fleta, you pressure JJoNak, the rest that they're going to just run through you and kill you. But now we'll get to see the McCree battle if we leave versus Carpe, as China loses that point, but this is definitely winnable.
A little bit tough to remove the team in control of the point that has a risk, so you'll see that China won't just give this up. Because you need to push Fate and Co off the point to really control it yourself. So Holt used there, no one being pulled into the well. It's a bit wishful thinking at this point. But China actually give up control of the point, so now they have to come forward. They cannot sit back here in this corner, because South Korea are going to have healing for Fate. They're going to have yet another shield he can replace it with. So they've got to come up with a plan. Evil Tal needs to speed them forward. It looks like that's what they're trying to do here. Carpe behind the shield, rattling off those shots, and China's shield breaks first. The pressure is better on the side of South Korea, and China are held in stalemate.
I mean, Carpe just has such a better angle than Lee does, as JJoNak was killed Gushue, so don't have that shield. And you see, as soon as they find Sky on his own, Fury jumps on him, and they're going to be forced to use Transcendence.
Oh, the Deadeye catches him out. Carpe just needed the 1 kill. Happy enough with that. A Q for a McCree. We'll take it any day of the week. Later, obviously over the edge, Evil Tal also getting it over quickly. And this is going to be a big issue for China. They cannot win the round by being passive. It's not as simple as getting a pick. Maybe why we're seeing the Reinhardt, but this can be risky. Yushui, if he gets close to that shield, he's very susceptible to getting halted into the pit.
Yeah, but if they can go through the side with the lighthouse, they're going to try and pin him in that corner. South Korea, though, already realizes this. They see the Reinhardt coming around. So what do? They reposition on the China side. Now you may see a big halt into that middle well.
Oh, I think we need the Benny Hill theme music going on right now. Both these teams are trying to match each other's movements around the point. Shy goes down first. Planet did have a body grenade applied to it, but it doesn't seem to bother him. Shield bash and that insult to injury. China still without an answer. South Korea quickly reminding fans and foes alike that they are the best.
The thinking is they are for China, right? Like when they want to push them into that corner, the best way to probably do it is switch over to 3 tanks, 3 supports. The issue is South Korea reads it like a book. They just rotate to the other side. So now if you're China, what do? You know if you go lighthouse, they're going to wrap around. Do you try and bait it out? You don't have any long-range damage, so you can't really fight this across the point.
No choice but to come forward and face the music. China must stand and deliver now. Retake control or it's all going to be over on this map. Lei Young, very lucky not to get pulled into the pit there. Grenades used defensively for China to keep that healing going. Sound barrier also applied, but Carpe waits it out with the Deadeye. China have to fold away from him. He doesn't find any kills with it, but he definitely controls the zoning. Earthshatter into a shield. Yushui, he had no other option. Resuit for Lei Young now, and Fletcher's going to push forward. Yushui start up and pulled in. Into the pit, no. He teeters on the edge for paralyzing.